absolute beast in...
And as they leave the cage, fighters are ready in this professional 56.7 kilogram flyweight action. Top Lane Promotions, South Australia's best promotional goods company. Thank you very much for sponsoring this fight. It is 3 fights and the bell rings. Introducing from the red corner, 2 fights and 2 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, and 2 losses as well. Here he is from Trinity MMA, South Australia, trained by Nick Hughes. Long reach. Good striker, strong ground game. Please welcome Jake Hearl.
Now Jake is making his long-awaited return to DFC. He fought on DFC 1. However, he was recently involved in a motor vehicle accident which set him off for quite some years. 2 fights at bantamweight, 2 fights at flyweight, training at Trinity MMA. He holds a 4-stripe blue belt in BJJ. This isn't a comeback. He never left. He's now a completely different fighter than what you saw in DFC 1. New gym, new diet, new outlook, and a new and improved Jake Hearl we're seeing tonight. Mike, you've had the pleasure of seeing him train, obviously being in Trinity as well, seeing him develop for this fight. How has he changed from the MMA Down Under days into now DFC?
There's been a number of changes. Probably the biggest one that I would actually say is he's happy. I see him enjoying training. I see him enjoying learning. I see him enjoying getting time on the mats. I see him enjoying sparring. He's aware of the pressure of coming in tonight. He knows that there's not many fights at flyweight. We talked about it before, and that there's not that many opportunities. So he's decided, with obviously Trinity's team, that it is time to take a big challenge, even though it's his first fight back against Lawley. Now, Ray has shown a huge win just a few weeks ago at MMA Rising Stars. And so Jake was able to see that you can make the transition after a long layoff and come in and show exactly what developments you've had. Ray was able to show a spectacular ground game, something he's renowned for in this part. So Jake is aware of that. He's been training specifically for this opponent with a variety of different training partners, and I've really enjoyed getting to watch his growth.
Yeah, he's definitely a lot different fighter from what I've seen in the gym to what he was in DFC 1. He's a lot more rounded, he's a lot more methodical, and a lot more meticulous in the way he carries things. There's a lot of now thought put behind what he does, and there's a lot of...
apologize to all the mothers and fathers that brought their little kids in the house. It's French. Sorry.
A little apology from James White there. Anyway, moving swiftly along. No, he's taken on...
Jake Hearl, ladies and gentlemen.
He's taken an attitude of you...
Making his debut in the ring as well, please welcome from the blue corner, ISO Health, South Australia. Trained by Matt Jones. Excellent BJJ, physically strong and an underrated striker. Welcome, Ray Lawley.
Lawley making his professional debut. Undefeated as an amateur. Won his debut fight in 2011 and then had a 7-year layoff returning to MMARS on 1 June 2018. 7-year gap between fights. His career got in the way of fighting, but now he's trying to make sure he comes back and really tries to make strides as a professional. Has a brown belt in BJJ, martial arts for 9 years.
Make some noise!
And part of this amalgamation now with Cardio Flex and ISO Health, really helping fighters get together and train their and really hone their skills. Almost forming a kind of super gym in South Australia at the moment, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've known Ray for a great many years. He's been a superstar and a fantastic dude to know on the BJJ scene in South Australia. I have a lot of love for him. But I did have questions leading into his long layoff. Obviously, work stopped him from competing for a long time. And he answered them all at Rising Stars. He showed a spectacular performance. But there were areas we didn't get to see. Due to how dominant his abilities were there, he didn't have to exhibit much in the way of striking. And his wrestling game didn't necessarily show everything yet. So it will be interesting to see if Jake is able to put together the kind of wrestling plan to keep this fight on the feet.
3-5.
Will we see Ray able to put together some boxing and some striking?
Here we go, round 1.
Both fighters to the center. And you will
clever.
see a stare that could stare through a man right now from Jake.
This fight brought to you by Top Line Promotions, SA's best promotional goods company. For all your needs, contact Top Line Promotions.
Round one.
Jake quick to take the center of the cage and really coming out strong. Oh,
Now there's that shot straight into the cage wall. Good head positioning. But Jake's doing the right things. He's holding the hand, he's addressing that, and he's trying to control the posture using that overhook and try and keep Ray high. And Ray's starting to search, so he's starting to get to that single leg. He's gonna, he lifted him, but Jake's got good balance. Jake stays on top. Now this will be really interesting. Does Jake? Yeah, I didn't think so. Jake knows how good Ray is on the ground. He doesn't want to bar at that. He wants to stay standing.
I think that leg kick with a cross of his own.
Some good kicks out of Ray so far. Wow, just constantly burying them. It's interesting. I think it's coming from a place of he's not afraid of getting taken down, so why not throw them?
He'll throw one back.
Hearl sprawling.
Great balance again by Hearl. Lawley grasping his hands against, released. Great head positioning as well again.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about before about Jake preparing for one specific opponent. It's not. Both of these opponents have known each other for a long time. They know what each other's games consist of, and so they know what each other can do. Here we go, straight back to the feet. Yeah, he's going to have urgency. Again, I mean, it did not take long for Ray to finish his opponent once he was on the ground back at MMA Rising Stars. So I don't think he's even going to give an opportunity. Even when he was on top, you saw that Jake isn't willing to stay there.
Jake again
on
getting
top again. Looks like there's a cut on Ray's elbow there too.
Such a dangerous
On the open
ground.
mat, yeah, this is a really dangerous position. Ray is extremely educated, and something you'll notice about Ray is the education in his hips.
Rubber guarded.
No, he's not going to that rubber guard just yet. He's got.
Jake's going to watch that arm.
Yeah. He's got to keep both arms in, and he's got to keep his head buried and keep stacking onto that. He absolutely can't pass the one arm. Beautiful job just exiting out.
Halfway through this first round. Great body shot by Hearl.
Circling, but he's only circling straight back. I'd like to see some more angle on that. Head position from Ray Lawley, beautiful. Pressing straight into the face.
Great wide base from Hearl as well. His long, lanky legs really make
Both
all.
guys taking some deep breaths here already. As I said, some great work controlling the far arm of Ray from Jake there. Jake immediately trying to bail. Circling.
Oh,
Nice
stiff
elbow. It doesn't look like it affected Ray too much, but it definitely got him the release he wanted from that grappling exchange. Jake walking in, maybe it did actually affect him a bit more. Ray grabbing that kick.
Great balance by Hearl.
Yeah, that's something he's exhibited so far in this fight, spectacularly. The ability to stay balanced. Exiting out, he's trying to run. He needs to keep going, he cannot wait here.
Needs to push.
Yep, needs to just keep running. Put that knee through. Oh wow, some strikes to the face. Needs to keep running, needs to push that butt. Foot on that button, just keep running. Just keep running, do not stop. Ray getting around the waist. Yeah, he's actually got, this is a calf crusher. This is a calf crusher. He's actually trying to submit him by compacting Jake's leg between, he's got Jake's leg folded over itself with his leg between that, and he's going for like a
Twister almost.
No, it looks like he's going for like an arm triangle at the same time, but Jake has taken his
Oh,
time.
I can't hear you.
Man, this is such high-level grappling here from Ray. Jake doing a great job of staying alive during it.
20 seconds left in this first round.
Ray really trying to hook that leg over the arm. Here we go, Jake straight back in the fire. This is something he's been practicing a lot in
10 seconds.
practice. He's recovering from a takedown and then just moving forward and just smashing. And you can see
hard elbows at the end of the round.
yeah, he's got quite a lot of power for a 125er. Jake has a lot of power. That was good. That was an exciting round. Both guys giving each other a bit of a nod there. And I mean, this is as
DFC 6.
This is as exciting as you're going to get out of a
style
versus style fight.
We continue. The action gets underway once again. Thanks, Ash. This is round number 2. Scheduled for 3 rounds, 5 minutes of action.
Jake's no slouch on the ground. Ray is no slouch on the feet. But both guys know who's better at where, and both guys are using wrestling to try and control who gets to fight their fight. You can see this exchange when Jake just had to run.
When a brown belt grabs your leg, you run.
Seconds down.
In fairness, if a white belt grabs me in that position, I'm still going to run.
Mum always said, when a jiu-jitsu guy grabs your leg, run.
Yeah.
Big setup from amateur as well. Once you get a hold of the legs from the pros,
Round
you rip,
two.
you twist, you talk.
Oh, that's straight right. Wow, it's already over. Wow. I'm not sure I agree with that. I would have liked to have seen Ray given a couple more seconds to fight, but he was definitely flatlined by that for a second, so I hope Ray's okay.
Hearl! Triumphant return.
After years away from the sport. He's very excited. Hugging the team.
Replay. Straight right, bang. I don't know if Lawley went actually limp there, but definitely copped it.
Yeah, he did. You don't fall. He fell into a seated position, so you can see his butt goes down. His body relaxed momentarily. I think he was with it by the time the referee stepped in. And again, this is one of those things where it's very difficult for a referee to make a call because they sort of have to jump in based on what they're seeing. But by the time they're actually in between the fighters, things might have changed at that point. So
definitely live to fight another day. He's not the last to see of Lawley.
Oh, well, that's another thing, is that Ray is one of the most intelligent fighters you will ever meet, and you would hate to see him incur any kind of damage that he doesn't need to.
That song.
I'm so proud of both guys. It was a great fight. Yeah, just fantastic effort shown by both guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give the boys a round of applause, please. Come on.
But again, great to see Jake back in the cage after all these years. I spoke to him the other night. It was a single car collision where he...
We have a time of 7 seconds into the second round. Our winner by KO from the red corner, Jake Hearl.
Jake rode off his car. He seriously hurt his back. All he wanted to do was get back in the cage. It's taken a few years. Now he's back and really put people on notice about this up-and-coming flyweight.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, both guys have known each other for a long time. You can see the camaraderie between them. There's no animosity at all. But it's fantastic to see Jake getting that moment of coming back after all this time, after changing gyms, after changing diet, after changing everything, and get that success.
Thanks, Ray. Just a quick word with Jake. Jake, where are you? Down hard. You really have an interesting song to come out to. I sort of was concerned with the kids, but actually a terrific victory in the end. There's a great shot. 7 seconds, the quickest one so far tonight. Your thoughts?
Give me that bonus. So this is my first fight in 2 years. I've gone through so much fucking bullshit to get. I'll keep it clean. You know, like, so much shit went wrong, but the reason I want this interview, and the only reason I asked for it is because My mum has just gone through a harder fight than anyone will ever go through. So, this is my mum. That's it.
Yeah. What will we do without our mamas?
Keep it clean, Jimmy.
Good on you, bro. All right. Song was naughty, but that was nice. Yeah. That was nice. Thank you, Jake, for sharing that with us. I really appreciate that.